have here Jana. So Jana is elementary teacher in a private school. Recently, she has graduated as a summa cum laude in UP. Major in
Early education.
early education. Ayan. Now, it's interesting to find out about her background, and I was wondering lang din, Miss Jana, I lang mag-share ka na parts of your story wherein you encountered some challenges when you were a student. And what would you share to some students now who may be watching this episode regarding some challenges they may be going through? Lalo na sa pag-attain ng honors. However, they may seem like napilit siya based on how they expect themselves to be.
Studying in UP is quite, I would say, medyo competitive in a sense because your classmates are all very smart. The standards of the professors are very high. And at first, when I entered UP, syempre parang may energy ka pa. Freshy energy ka tawagan na, okay, I was part for this. Or parang, okay, tinanggap nila ako. I meant for this. And then later on, you start to feel that inadequacy or feel like you're lacking. Oh, I'm not smart enough or I'm not good enough to be here. I don't deserve to be here. I don't deserve to receive this kind of scholarship that our taxpayers are paying for. I don't deserve whatever education. Tapos, it can be compounded with multiple failures then, or let's say low grades in exams or not being able to produce an expected output from the teachers. And it really gets to you. It really gets into your esteem. Ako din dumating ako sa point, especially on my second year, pati mga latter parts ng first year ko, I wanted to quit again. There's so much pressure na you have to keep up, you have to keep maintaining a certain grade or a certain performance because you don't want to disappoint the people around you, the people who are supporting you. And for a time, it felt purposeless for me. Like chasing after this grades or being or staying here in this university, I actually really wanted to transfer na sana or to pause muna or to up or to take an absence. Baka saan pa na may pasakapagod sa mag-aral gumawa ng output. I just came to a point where I prayed to God and He renewed my spirit. It did not happen overnight. Pero throughout time, after several months, I was able to bounce back with the help of mentors, also school counselors. So, there are people around me who are willing to support me, to help me. And it sometimes may feel like an isolated case na feeling mo ikaw lang nakakaramdam ng ganyang pressure kasi ikaw lang naman yung mga you have that set of family, you have that set of teachers, you have that set of friends. Pero little do you know, many people are going through the same thing. It's a shared experience. Many people also. There are a lot of testimonies like mine that could tell you that it gets better. It comes online. It's okay if at a certain point you're feeling very low. Pero there's also a time for you to bounce back. You don't need to be stuck at a certain point of your life. And when you're there, you just have to embrace and accept it. Na you don't have to punish yourself too much na masyado nang nagiging burden sa'yo na hindi mo na-deserve na pinagpapaka sa akin. Kasi you won't move forward if you keep punishing yourself for your goals. So, you seek help from the people that you trust. There are people who will be more than happy walk with you. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen with a simple conversation or a simple check in from someone. Sometimes you will have to do it over and over again. Minsan hindi mo ma-realize na you're getting that or you're getting the hang of it again. And also, you have professors, you have teachers. At bilang teacher, mas nakikil ko ito ngayon na more than with the academics, more than the grades na feeling mo yun ang dapat habulin. The teachers see you far more than that. They see you as a person. They see you as someone that they want to nurture. And they're not just nurturing your academics, they also want to support your emotional and your mental growth. So if you need to ask for guidance or even extensions for deadlines or for leeways na, Sir, ma'am, medyo weakness ko tong requirement na to or medyo hindi ako comfortable approaching this topic or maybe mentally a mental burden for you might be heavy. Are there accommodations that you can give or are there extensions or special guidelines that I can request? And it varies per teacher. Merong teachers na mas clear na, sorry, I want it to be the same for everyone. This is the standard. There are also teachers who are more compassionate. They are more forgiving. So, you will never know. Enjoy the small moments lang din that can keep you going. Then, next thing you know, you'll be the one to skip life.
Wow, that's a very interesting insight from coming from you. So I agree with the statement na learning is not just an isolated journey that we go through, but it's important to connect with different people, which helps us grow in the process of learning. But apart from them, and if we treat it as an isolated journey, paano nga ba naman matututo? So it's asking for help, asking for you, asking from a posture of humility. Second question, if you can give a tip or advice, for sure there are people out there watching this. They might have encountered those moments wherein, once upon a time, they are achievers with super high records. Then all of a sudden, they encounter a low score that makes them disqualified perhaps to a specific standard. For example, once upon a time, all these things listed in the scholarship, dahil sa isang grade or ilang grade na na-receive sa certain subjects, they can help but think na, oops, they either look down on themselves, o kaya naman, they feel like, oh, wala na, hindi ko na maaabot to kasi may mistake na akong na-encounter, or as a result, ito na sila, kumbaga from once upon a time, growth mindset, bumababa yung mindset nito, wala, ganda na lang, passive, or parang mema na lang yung ginagawa. How would you encourage these people in such perspective that they have to thrive despite failure or mistake along the way?
Very relatable sa akin yung question. Ako din, personally coming from an academic achiever background na talagang medyo may streak na gustong i-maintain before and then having encountered multiple stumbling blocks in UP, even having almost failing grades, failing scores din in quizzes. Very thankful lang dun sa compassion and considering professors who will give you a second chance. So again, to answer us earlier na trying to see if there are other supports that the teachers can give. Mamaya kasi baka hindi na lang nag-try. If they were willing to accommodate you naman pala, they're willing to give you an additional work to do para makakapon. That's one. Another siguro is to assess if you're in the right direction. I believe in callings na we have a God who designed us. He designed calling for you, a specific purpose. And the more you stray from that, the more you stray from the heart that He has given, the more it will become difficult to pursue that other path. Kasi it's not aligned to what He originally plans you to do. But the more you see what He has called you for, the more it will come out naturally, which is an extension of His heart. So, siguro baka point of assessment then, okay, am I called to stay in this course, in this program, or maybe I should redirect, or should shift. So, it depends. Siyempre, may factor dyan yung ating resources. So, sometimes shifting comes with the price. Pero for me, that's what helped me. I did not entirely shift to a different program. I just chose a different major. And that's what helped me bounce back or to get back on track. I chose specialization that is more aligned with my heart. Even though it entail me giving up some sort of scholarships or allowances. Pero it helped me ease of the pressure that having to maintain a certain grade just so I could finish a program na hindi ko naman entirely gusto. Yun. Also, another encouragement is that you're not a failure. Maybe you received a failing grade, pero that doesn't mean you failed entirely in your life. And the security and the future that we have is not dependent on the things that we do. Hindi yan nakadepende sa talino mo, sa skills mo, sa grades mo, sa haba ng resume mo. Yes, those things matter. But at the end of the day, you have a bright future because you have a great God. It's not because you're great, it's not because you're smart, it's not because you're a UP student or you study this program or because you are receiving all these kinds of supplementary courses. Pero it's because there's someone up there who cares for you na even before you were formed in your mother's womb, alam na niya yung magiging buhay mo. Every single detail in your life, both your ups and your downs, your failures and your successes, is not unheard or unseen by God. So, there's so much security and assurance lang na yung pinanghawakan ko. Okay, kahit hindi ko makuha yung mga awards na to, alam ko, I still have a bright future because I have a great God. And, isa pa, naging bonus na lang na nag-graduate ako with honors, pero that's not the entire point of life. It's not something to chase after. Na it's a good goal to help you push yourself forward, pero sometimes it's not about those things. Na there are people na kahit they reach their dream school or they have their awards or they pursue their greatest dreams, they still come and sometimes yun nga, what's lacking is that sense of purpose that comes from sino ba may bibigyan ng purpose sa akin. Seeking your calling, seeking your purpose, and being assured na you're not the driver of your life. Hindi ikaw magdadrive ng success mo. Si Lord. So, just, sabi nga ng quote, let Jesus take over. Let Him navigate like you drive His car.
Let me quote a line. Quoting a line from what she said, you have a bright future because you have a great God. I agree with that. And indeed, maraming tao ngayon, they chase pleasure from achievements, awards, and missing out the point of who gave this, who made the information that you're studying, who made the life journey that you're walking, and missing out the purpose and direction on where you're really going. But when we make it all about God in whatever we do, we find purpose in Him in every step of the way. Every pause that we have finds meaning because everything comes from Him and finds their purpose in Him. So I hope those who are watching this channel, hope you guys are encouraged with this mini interview.
Like and subscribe.